Thank you for joining me in this video where we'll talk about mobile learning and education, specifically 3 crucial uses, which are improving access to information for students, expanding avenues that students can produce output, and additionally, improving assessment practices. Mobile learning in general can bring exciting change to your classroom, whether you teach preschool, college, or anywhere in between. And an important note is that mobile learning does not have to be one-to-one, meaning each student does not need a device. Mobile learning can be done flexibly, including as a rotational center, like any other traditional classroom center might be rotated through, and mobile devices can also be used by small groups. You also don't have to commit to using mobile devices every day in your classroom, and you can start small and try to just think of ways that you can occasionally incorporate mobile learning into your classroom teaching and see what you like and what works for you. Let's really start by talking about how mobile learning can improve access to information. This can be taken 2 ways. It improves access, meaning the access portion of it, so students using mobile devices can access information at any time or place that works best for them. But it can also mean that the access is to greater information. So instead of just having a single textbook and a teacher as an expert, students are able to go to a source, go to the actual experts in a field to get information. So let's start by talking about Khan Academy and their suite of programs, such as the Standard Khan Academy for Kids, and the Gifted and Talented Khan Academy, which is really accessible for everyone, but they have additional things like games that your students might like. So Khan Academy is regularly being incorporated into the classroom to have a little bit more teacher oversight, but in general, it's a program that gives access to videos about content and then also quizzes for that content so students get feedback and understand where they are relative to where they want to be. And then there are programs also such as OneDrive, which is very similar to others such as Dropbox, which really can serve as a shared repository where students can go and get information at any time or place that works for them. But it can be used as more than that, as a sort of collaborative tool where people can go and work on a document or a project together, again, transcending time and space. There are also programs like Wolfram Alpha, which is essentially a question and answer engine. It takes a little bit of practice for students to know how to ask a question to get the quality of answer that they'll want. But essentially anything that is quantifiable and askable, students can have an answer through Wolfram Alpha. And then there are programs like NASA. So this is an example of students having access to the experts in a field. And this can be extended far beyond NASA and space science. The point is just, it's anytime, any place, and it's high quality information from experts. Then there are also programs like Nearpod, which is a great multi-purpose tool for teachers to create lessons and media, and it also has some embedded assessments. So this is a great tool for all. And then there's also Poplet, which is a tool for mind mapping or using visuals to organize information. So classifying, ordering, anything that you might traditionally use a paper graphic organizer for, Poplet will be great for. Let's move on to expanding avenues of student output. So some examples of apps that you would use on a mobile device for this are Show Me and Explain Everything, which are similar whiteboard apps that allow students to annotate as well as talk about things to display their mastery. These are extremely flexible, and I recommend beginning with Show Me. Now let's quickly talk about improving assessment practices. Plickers is a great low-tech tool, but I highly recommend you start with Kahoot or Formative. Kahoot is a very fun way to review, and Formative provides robust real-time data.